Alright, for like the third or fourth week in a row, I can't really bother to do an intro, but I should also get streamer mode on, that would help. Alright, folks. Glad to have you with us as always. As I usually say, hope everyone's doing well. Let us begin. Your cousin is watching. Yeah, I bet, bro. Alright. Let us begin. Steph and Chris on the front row. All good stuff. Alright, let's go. Holy phase lag. Alright, well, we're on the start. Red's already getting turned around. Speedy's in the inside wall. They are piling up on the opening lap. What a surprise. I should delete the cars in the infield as well. Don't do anything stupid while I'm trying to do this. Okay. Alright, Steph leads it from the pole. Chris clear the field into second. Hydra's third. Addicted goes for a spin in the S's. Eli all the way up to fourth off the restart. And with that spin from Addicted, Gavin promoted into the top five as he started way at the back of the field. Side by side with Fire for that fifth and final stage spot on the opening lap of stage one. Big accordion effect in the hairpin as always. Top four as a result of the big pile up on the opening lap are pretty comfortably clear of the rest of the field. Oh, they're spinning into the final chicane. Gavin and Fire get together, and there is nowhere for Cap Jellin to go. Still technically the opening lap, so, and they are still, fine, man, whatever. They are still fucking wrecking. Yes. Steph! Alright, well, Chris takes over the lead. I have a little banner that I show. It says raceback right here. You see that? Alright. Well, Chris takes over the lead. That drops our pole sitter, Steph, way down the order as he stopped in the first sector. Chris leading, Hydra second, Eli third, Red has found his way to fourth, Speedy's fifth. Just a reminder before we get there that all subsequent restarts on road courses are single file, so we'll be single file for the rest of the race. I believe there was contact between Addicted and Red, potentially? Not sure. But Addicted slides past those guys into fourth. Speedy stays fifth, first caution of the race. There are people still crossing the line, man, chill! Whoa. Alright, pop quiz. What did I say coming back to the caution flag? That's right, single file. Gavin, is that a Canvas reference? Yeah. That's a problem with Canvas for my school, is that like you stay signed in, and it fucking auto logs like. And then not to mention the fact that they changed it a couple of months ago to where, like, you have to do a confirmation code every single time you sign in unless it's on, like, one of the actual school computers in the building. Like, it's ridiculous. Hold on, let me grab my water from across the room real quick. Drink to go with this muffin, but it's dry as shit. Okay. Alright, change all laps 3. Alright. So our first initial caution, that big wreck coming up the hill. Chris is going to lead the field to the green flag. And we are back underway. See who ends up on the wrong end of history in turn 1. Jellin went up the inside, got into Red and Speedy. Those two end up tangled together and dropped to the back of the field. Believe Gavin and potentially Fire went around as well. Side by side for second. How about Eli with a good start to this race? He's up into 3rd place, putting the pressure on Hydra for the runner-up position. Behind him, Addicted. Then Steph has found his way back into the top 5, but he gets tagged and spun. Parker, I think he might have just brushed the death wall. Let's see. Yeah, he did. Lost a piece of the front end, and they're still spinning up the hill. Gavin collected in it. Jellin goes for another spin. Steph drop kicked out of line. It's chaos in the back half of the field, and still as Parker gets spun around. Restart of a nightmare for Parker there as he got turned maybe 3 separate times. Meanwhile, Fan and Speedy battling for position in front of Red and Gavin, who are side by side. No idea what spot that's for. They are still getting into each other at the back of the field. Oh, and Fan's on his lid. What? Excuse me? Hold on, let me fling Fan so you can not be in the way of the leaders coming back to the caution. Okay. I'll fix that in a second. I'm gonna leave that there so the guys who are leading this race can come around and see what has happened. That is, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. Especially not with a car that is completely clean, too. Like, Gavin doesn't have any damage, I don't think. Chris leads it comfortably. And he's going to take his teammates 1, 2, 3 out of the final chicane. And onto the front stretch to greet their team owner. Caution flag is out for the 2nd time in this race. Check it out. I gotta show this this modern art piece that's going on here on the front stretch. All right, back up. I need to surgically remove the 8 car from the track surface. Here, let me get you out of the car over here. Stop rolling away. No. There you go. Truth nuke. Okay, make sure we're not missing anybody. We are not? Okay. So I'd say the most impressive thing over those first couple of laps is the fact that somehow nobody's DNF'd yet. Which is exactly why that's going to change now on this start. Now that I've uttered those words. So, count your days. Alright, Chris leads it over his teammates Hydra and Addicted on the restart. Green flag, good start up front. Eli a little squirrely off the green. He gets forced wide off the back bumper of Speedy. That's an unfortunate piece of contact. Jellin goes around again. Back half of the field trying to get it back together. Meanwhile, contact for the lead! Hydra's into the death wall off of his teammate. All three of the teammates get together. Addicted around. Hydra got a piece of the death wall. He's still in the race, but loses the front of his race car. Restart chaos continues. So now Hydra's got to deal with the damage. Of course, we know that we've got the mass patch going, so he'll be fine in terms of handling. But now missing the nose of that 01 car. Chris holds the lead, but not without a challenge behind. It's Steph in the 67 who takes over the second position. He's going to look for the lead. Speedy's found his way into third. Oh, and now Hydra's out of the race! 2 death wall hits in 1 lap for Hydra, and the 5th place points car is out. Just 7 laps into it. Back to the caution flag, the battle between the top 2. Chris wins out. Steph second, Parker third. 4th is Gavin by a nose as he was spinning across the line. Fire 5th. So that is a rough break for Hydra in the 01 car, who is, as a result, at 5th spot in the standings, now up for grabs for Cap, maybe Gavin, if Gavin can lay a lot of points on the board today. He would have to effectively sweep this race to pass Hydra in the standings, but actually, is that even possible? Hold on. Yeah, you could. But Gavin, I'm pretty sure, would have to sweep the race in order to jump into the top 5 in points. Well, I was looking at the points sheet, so my fault. Okay, well, anyhow, Chris leads it. Gonna be 7 to go. Getting ready to go on the restart. Hold on, calling it off. Give me a second. Okay. What the fuck does that mean? Okay, anyhow, I'm going to ask R again. Green flag, and the field gets back underway. Chris trying to hold the lead. Steph got a little bump from Parker that pushes into the inside of the 36. Meanwhile, ends up spun again off the start. It's been just a nightmare for Parker in this race, and Jellin just merged into him and did actually spin himself out. All right, off the first 4 corners, Chris leads, but Steph is mounting a challenge and moves right on past him. Don't look now, but here comes Steph, and he takes over the race lead. That is your pole sitter, Chris, not wanting to give it up just yet. Oh, Steph goes for a half spin and gets into Chris, and the 25 spins. Oh, disaster. Chris drops down into the mid-pack, and they are 5 wide in the turn 10 hairpin. Gavin moves past everybody. He's in front of Eli now in 4th, and 5th are the 8 and the 05. Chris going to have to recover now. So Fire moves into the 2nd position. This is a good run right now for Steph and Fire. This is what they need in the points battle to get clear of that cut line. Of course, the big thing for them is that none of the people who are fairly close to the cut line today are in this race really at all. Any drivers that are below the cut line are quite a long way behind. Think Eli, think Junior, who have a lot of points to make up if they want a chance at the Season 5 postseason. Ooh, collision behind. I believe Junior Addicted maybe getting into each other back there. But he gets it back going. Ooh. And a big stack up in 7 and 8. Speedy is backwards. He is going to get it back going. And Jellin. Oh, no. Nowhere for Jellin to go. They are still wrecking. I'm just going to throw a caution because that's the same 3 people, and they wrecked again. A lot of cautions in this one so far. Parker's got a lot of death wall damage. We're going to bring it back to this caution flag. Steph, your leader. And another caution in this race. Gavin is going to retire from the race. Interesting call given his point situation, but he is going to be 13th. All right, going to be 4 to go. Stage 1 turning into a long one. A lot of cautions in this one. 12 cars now left in the race. Steph leads. Okay, green flag back in the air. Fire going to take a look up the inside, a little bit of contact, a little bit more contact, and he gets pushed on through to the lead. Eli goes for a spin. Just not really anywhere to get through in turns 1 and 2, and Steph drives it back up the inside and flies past Fire, but Fire sets it up nicely for turn 4 to stay right with him. Down to turn 5 at the bottom of the hill. Let's see. Fire going to go up the inside. Look at this battle for the lead. Between 2 of the cut line guys, Fire brushes the inside wall in 6. Down to the S's. Steph trying to go around the outside. Fire not yielding. Still side by side to turn 9. Steph through. He clears for the lead. Parker joins the party in the 36. He's in 3rd place. Look at him go up the inside. No, he gets tagged by his teammate. And ends up on the inside of the hairpin. Everybody else spinning behind. Oh, that is a disaster. That allows the top 2 clearance and Fire back past on the inside. These two trading some paint, coming to 3 to go. Now Fire back into the lead. Speedy's 3rd, Addicted 4th. And right now Cap holds the 5th and final stage spot. Steph again back up the inside. No, and he gets into Fire and runs him out into the grass, and Fire drops way off the leader. Now he's in the clutches of Speedy for the 2nd spot. Battle for 4th. Cap and Addicted are side by side down the hill. Chris behind them in the 25, looking to recover from his earlier contact and spin. Cap clear of Addicted. He's into 4th for the moment. Addicted under fire from Chris potentially for 5th through the hardest part of the track. Side by side for 2nd. Up in front of these guys as Fire and Speedy are going at it. 99 car trying to capitalize, get some points on the board. He goes up the inside of Fire. Look at this slide job. Got it done. Fire with a little bit of a bumper to the back of the 99. Pushes him wide in the penultimate corner. Dead heat down the front stretch. They brush doors. 2 to go in stage number 1. Red offline in the final 2 corners. Speedy with a nice crossover, and he got it done again. Back past Fire. Cap went wide in 1 and 2. That allows Addicted up the inside as they continue to battle for 4th. A little bit more contact for the 2nd position. Still Fire and Speedy deadlocked for P2 while Steph is starting to look comfortable in the lead with about a lap and a half to go. Speedy really drove it in to try and stay off the front bumper of Fire, but Fire backed it up, got a good exit. Clears him. Through 7 and 8, the big weight transfer. Fire slides in front of Speedy, got him cleared, and Speedy got very sideways coming out of turn 8. That cost him a lot of time. And Fire able to distance himself from the 99 just a little bit. If only slightly. Speedy's going to try to put the pressure back on in turn 10. Great battle for this 2nd position in the closing laps. Man, Speedy cut it close there in turn 11 through 12 in the final corner of 13 to the white flag in stage 1. One more time around here in Motegi. Question is, Fire, ooh, he got sideways. I was going to say if he could maybe try and catch Steph, but that little mistake might have cost him. We'll see. If Steph makes a mistake, he is close enough to capitalize. Speedy's not far out of it in 3rd either. He's still putting the pressure on for 2nd. Cap is comfortably in 4th, and Chris holds 5th. Speedy dives it up the inside, uses the right rear on Fire. Maybe a little bit of payback for the bump earlier between these two, not sure. But Fire had a great 7 and 8. He's going to drive it back to the inside. Speedy powers off on exit. Cap with a half spin. He opens the door for Chris for 4th. They're side by side behind. Speedy trying to hold on. Chris and Cap dueling for the final couple stage spots. Speedy clear of Fire for just a moment. Can he hold him off into the final couple corners? Fire's going to try to drive it in. Speedy a little bit sideways. He's just got to keep it straight. He will. Steph, meanwhile, comfortably leads it. He wins stage 1. Speedy 2nd, Fire 3rd. Chris wins out on the battle for 4th, and Cap rounds out the top 5. So a long stage one, almost 25 minutes, comes to a close. Steph wins out. Waiting for the piss man. God damn it, dude. $15 to go as we get set stage 2. Getting ready to get underway. Steph leads it after winning stage 1. Green flag, and we are back underway. See who survives the restart this time. And Speedy gets drop kicked immediately. Fire gets turned. Second and third place cars both go around. That results in Chris and Cap getting promoted a couple places. They're second and third now. Red way out of line. Fan runs into him. Nowhere for him to go. Battle for second behind the leader, Steph, Chris, and Cap. Door to door for P2. As they go up the hill. And Cap with a very nice turn 7 gets through as they spin behind. Jelen and Eli get into each other. They go for a spin. So top 5 now is Steph, Cap, Chris, Addicted, Parker. Red almost got into Parker again the same way it happened earlier that dropkicked Parker out of the top running positions. Oh, fire. He gets into the inside wall. Fan piled into him with nowhere to go. Got around it, I believe. Speedy back through another place. Oh, contact in turn 1 between Cap and Chris. Parker's in it as well. Disaster for the Oceanic teammates. And Parker gets a piece of it as well. His nightmare race continues. That promotes Addicted to second place. Red third, or excuse me, fourth. Behind second and third Addicted and Cap. Now the battle is for the 5th spot. As it is a huge gaggle of cars from 5th on back. Parker, Fan. Oh my goodness, Speedy. Drove right into the back of the 36 there as Parker had to check up side by side with Fan to make the corner. And now Speedy and Eli go for a spin. Eli forced to stop. He is off the racing line. We stay green. Huge lead now for Steph. who has earned max points so far today. Of course, only one stage in. But looking like he could potentially sweep the stages already. It is still 13 laps to go in stage 2, so a lot can happen in that time. And of course, Cap is not a slow car in the second position right now. Third Red, fourth Addicted, Parker fifth. Last time, well, 2 times ago, I should say, we were on a road course. It was Kansas City, where Cap had arguably the best car in that final run and absolutely trounced everybody except for Addicted, who is missing the back end of that race car, got that win. Has been mighty impressive on the road courses throughout his entire time in the NASCAR Sega Nationals. Today, no different. He's had a lot of speed. If there's anybody in this field that I think has a chance to go run down Steph, would be that 14 car. Still some pressure out back, though. Not too terribly close as Red, but he is close enough to where you have to think about it just a little bit. Behind the 14 for this second position, and Addicted even closer to Red than Red is to Cap. Battle for fifth continuing behind as Fand moved past Parker probably about a lap ago or so into the fifth and final stage spot. Oh, Parker, no, goodness. Got sideways off the curb, and Chris, I have no idea how Chris got it turned around like that and barely even lost any time. Wow. And a mistake from Red or something or other, and Addicted moved past while I was focusing on these guys for fifth on back. So Addicted now to P3 behind his teammate. Somebody just LC'd, I think. Is that Eli? I don't see... Eli's not on the spectate menu anymore. Hold on. I have no idea where that happened at. Oh. Found it. Yep. He is out of the race. Caution is out. That is a rough break. Well, not surprised to see this stage not go green the whole way through. And Eli takes an early exit from this race, unfortunately. He will be scored as your P12 finisher. All right. 11 cars still left in the race here in Motegi. It is Steph leading to the restart. Green flag. Good start out back. Cap's going to take a look to the inside. Gets a little bit of a tap from Red. They are 3 wide, if only for a moment. Steph with the run around the outside, able to clear him. Everybody survived 1 and 2 this time. Let's see how the pack does in 2, 3, and 4. Red's going to take it up the inside. That was a... Whoa! Steph runs him into the outside wall. Red gets back into him. Steph slides up the inside. They're all going to go wide. The whole field is into it. Fan barely stays in the race. I have no... They are still crashing. I'm just going to throw the caution. What in the world? I was going to tell Red to lift because he cut 4 pretty hard there. Steph drove him into the wall. Red got back into it. That was wild. So suddenly the 2 leaders are now Speedy and Parker dueling for the top spot, coming back to the caution flag. Parker's going to try to get up the inside here in the final couple corners. Can't do it. And out of the final turn, Speedy down the front straightaway. The 99 takes over the lead. They're still wrecking coming back to the stripe. Caution is out. I'm going to have to ask y'all to be a little bit more respectful of track limits because that 1 lap was pretty bad. That lap was so bad that Thomas joined to complain, bro. Okay. 7 to go in the stage. Speedy leaves it. It's Parker, then Jellin, then Cap, then Steph, your top 5 after that wild flip-flop on that restart. The 99 up front. Green flag. Into 1. Jellin's going to try to take it up the inside. Cap was already there. He moves past everybody down the inside in turns 1 and 2. Fire goes around. Junior backwards. Red as well. Fire almost in the death wall. Fan was too. Contact as Cap gets spun in turn 3. Addicted goes around off the back bumper of Parker. More chaos. Chris to second. Steph gets around Parker into P3. Jellin is the last car in the top 5 after Cap spun off of his front end. Not sure if it was really his fault. I think they were about like 4 wide in turn 3. Speedy way out of line. Here comes Chris up the inside. Not able to stay there on the straightaway, but he gains a lot of time down into the hairpin of 10. Chris did cut the tread just a little bit, lifted out. Good move, respect for Northern Idaho respect moments. I can talk. Speedy leads it. Chris piling the pressure on for the race lead, coming to 6 laps left in stage 2. Here he comes up the inside. Speedy a little bit sideways. A little bit of contact allows Steph into it. It's a 3-horse race now. Speedy got way out of line there, trying to run it wide, get that run coming out of turn 4. He loses the lead, still side by side for second. Chris takes over the top spot, down the hill to 5. 3 wide, Speedy up the inside. Chris has to back out of it. Smart racing by the 25 over the course of this run. Now they're still side by side, this time for the lead. Speedy drives it into turn 8, but Steph's going to cross him over. Speedy's still got the inside line into 9. They get into each other just a little bit. Chris slips by. 3 wide for the race lead on the run down to turn 10. Parker back into the picture. Look at this crossover. 4 wide for half a second. Speedy's got the lead by half a car length. How did he fit through the middle of that? Parker sends it! Speedy's into the outside wall! Oh no! Speedy loses a piece of the front end, still has some of it left. Stays 5th. That results in the 36 taking over the lead, but Chris putting a lot of pressure on him, but Parker gets into him. That'll have Steph around the outside. Nearly 3 wide again for the race lead as they head down one of the middle straightaways into turn 5. Now Jellin has joined the mix because of all the battling. Here comes Steph back up the inside trying to take over the lead. Parker gets into his door, and the 67 is back to first. Chris trying to get around the 36 now, take a chance. Oh, man, he was so sideways. Got into him once, then twice. Speedy somehow avoids him as he was stopped on the apex of 9. Chris back through. Now he's got a chance to try to chase after Steph for the lead. Got into him a little bit. They get sideways into the inside wall. Steph pulls away. Parker now around the outside. He might have a chance to retake second. Speedy's back into the picture versus his teammate. Trades a little paint, gets sideways. 4 to go in stage 2. Now Steph finds himself right back where he was at the start of the stage with a chance to sweep the 2 stages here in Motegi. Chris has got to recover, try to get back up to him. He's got the speed to do it. Let's see. Chris starting to pull away from Parker for second place while looking to reel in the Lexus in the lead. Running some perfect lines right now. Steph a little bit slow on the apex of turn 9 there, but Chris didn't get in a whole lot better. He's going to really have to drive it if he wants a chance to get up to Steph. Battle for third continues. Parker ended up out of line. Might have been contact, might not. Speedy's into P3. Jellin's 4th. Fan now into the 5th and final stage position. Chris is closing in. Look at this line through turns 1 and 2 by Chris, and he is there. Just a car length and a half between them. Trying to stop the sweep. He gets down to the inside. Almost got into him. Steph with a great turn 4 to pull away a couple car lengths. Valuable points on the board for the 25 and the 67 for varying reasons, as that was Jellin out of line. Oh, and he got the inside wall. He falls all the way out of the stage points. Oh, got into Addicted. He was way out of shape. Addicted is forced to cut the grass. What the fuck, Jason Gallagher? And battle for the lead through turn 10. New race leader, Chris, past Steph. He's back to the lead. Can Steph fight back? Chris has had the better car on this run. 2 to go in stage 2. Steph takes a look up the inside through turns 1 and 2. Chris trying to build on that outside run. They make contact. They get into each other. The leaders have crashed. They're both backwards. Here comes Speedy. He's through to the lead. Side by side through 3 and 4. Out of nowhere, everyone's in the mix for the stage win. Steph forced wide, dropping positions. He's on the outside of Fand. Him and Parker get into each other. They're getting into each other even more into the S's. Jelen goes sideways. Chris past Speedy for the lead. Pandemonium in Motegi with a lap and a half left in stage 2. Chris a little wide. Here they come up the front stretch. Speedy's right on his back bumper. White flag waves one more time around in stage 2. Speedy up the inside. Chris way wide. He's over the grass. Door to door into 3. Speedy trying to go around the outside. He did! What a move! Speedy's got the lead! But Speedy goes wide into 5! Chris is back up the inside! Contact! Chris clears him by half a car length! Bumper by the 99! Gets back past him! Wow! Steph lurking in 3rd. Final braking zone at the bottom of the hill in 11. Here they come to the checkered in stage 2. Chris drives it in, closes the gap. Isn't going to be enough. How about this? Speedy with the drive of his life gets through to win stage 2. Chris 2nd, Steph 3rd, Fan 4th, and Addicted in 5th. I would just like to inform everyone that I am going to add a CC wall in the turn 10 hairpin. Just so you guys are aware. Fairly. I'll send a screenshot of it in general so you guys can look when I'm done with it. Okay, snipping tool. Okay, so new corner cut wall is in general. I might add one somewhere else, but you guys, if you behave, I won't do it. So figure it out. There's been quite a lot of cutting in this race. I don't want to have to modify the track limits more. Is Net in the VC? Yeah, he is. Get over here, bud. Hey, pal.
Get nashed by the honky.
Now look, it says here, it said hi before it see you.
That thing right there. That thing right there. Oh, God.
Now, that might be the mid. All right, let's get started here in stage 3. 20 laps to go here in Motegi. Speedy leads it. Wait, is Jacob in call? Oh my God, he is. You know what? You can be a part of it too. Fuck it. Hey, pal. Be nice.
Swag.
All right, it is the crack booth. 20 to go in Motegi. Speedy
I'll be
leads
serious.
it.
Don't worry.
Should I commentate like Barack Obama?
No.
My fellow Americans, into turn 1. Here we go. Here comes.
Stop! Please, dude. No. Contact
Chris is in the lead with Speedy right behind him. Oh my God.
Cap goes around almost. Oh, and Parker's around. They're going to crash in the back of the field. Chris and Steph back up front. Contact. Man, I have no idea how they ended up facing the right direction. Speedy two-wheels it off of a wall fling. Jellen's into the mix in the 89. And the two arguable fastest cars in the race take over first and second.
I'm liking Chris's speed. I really like.
And you know, my fellow Americans, it
Stop,
is
dude. Stop.
fuck in the middle of the
I've been
pack.
liking Chris's and Steph's speed all race. I would watch out for these two. These I mean, they've been the fastest cars, obviously, but I'm looking for that 62nd car to get himself ahead.
Oh.
Of 25 as Speedy goes around.
Speedy goes for a spin off a contact in 10. Chris pulls away just a little bit from the lead. It's Steph, then Red, then Jellen, and they're side by side almost for the 5th position. Fire clears Cap for the final top 5 spot.
First lap, pretty clean news. Chris has gotten himself a pretty good gap between himself and Steph, and that will only increase.
Hey, he's cutting the track. He's cutting the track.
Cap goes through on the bottom, takes over from Fire, who drops a handful of positions in this big gaggle of cars for the top 5. A little bit of contact with Addicted, forced to recover in the grass. Meanwhile, up front, Chris trying to hold this lead. Him and Steph have been so equal on pace.
Oh, contact 14 there.
Battle for
Who's
third.
in that ugly ass pink car? Oh, it's Cap. That makes sense.
It's Jellen and Red for third. Red pulls away a little bit with that mistake from Jellen from turn 7 and 8.
Cap sideways there.
Held on to it. Fan past him. That's for 5th. And the battle for the lead heating up. Steph is there. They're side by side down the hill for the lead.
What was I saying about the 67 car getting by Chris? He's knocking on the door.
He's gonna ship him.
Took a
no,
look.
not quite.
Couldn't quite get there just yet, but again, these two so equal on speed here tonight.
No, he cut the track, take off his balls.
You guys have got... I told you behave. I will add more CC walls if you don't behave. What? Oh, Fire is in the death wall. Caution is out.
Ooh. Oh, that's big damage.
Where is he?
Too. Jumped
Last
out,
corner.
pretty sure.
There he is.
Can't spectate him. I just see him from the...
Oh, he's missing limbs. Oh, no. One of our chase contenders, Fire. He's got 3 limbs missing. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
If you die, are you canonically dead?
It's out for a season. Well, so Fire is going to be missing 3 races and the first 2 of the chase. That is a disaster for the 9. Our second injury this season. Both to prominent chase contenders. Fire is out of the race. That is a disaster.
Just win the race back. Very odd spot. Really, to make that much damage. Look at that ball. Here, I will play. I'll play something for you, Fire. Don't worry. You gotta. He's not dead, but you gotta play something for him. Hold on. Here, guys. I got a piece that I prepared for moments like this. Hope you like it.
Jesus Christ. What?
Lars.
So I get a look at this wreck for Fire. I didn't get a chance to see it myself. He drove it up the inside of Speedy there. Oh, tipped him into the death ball. Oh my goodness. I'm surprised that injured him because his right sides were like the right side of the right roll bars were still intact as far as I'm aware. So that surprises me a lot that he got hurt there, but okay.
My fellow Americans, we are ready to go green.
Doing another one in the final section.
Fire? No.
Local. There we go. You know what? I could do it this way. Hold on. If you would take a look behind you, we have another wall. This one is in the final corner. Okay, fine. Don't cut the track. That's fucking why. Stay on the road. I've told you this like 20 times today.
No, what he actually means is that you guys have to do a Mario Kart 8 strat and ride on the wall and catch fence. Think about it.
I'm just fucking tired of everybody cutting the track. Stay on the racetrack. I don't know. Every fucking time we go to a road course, this shit happens. Every fucking time. It's not that hard.
I think we should add scripts to the grass so if you go through the grass, you slow down. W idea, actually. Think about it. Okay.
Alright, well, anyhow. Chris leads it. I did not fix the laps that are yellow. Hold on. There we go.
We're too busy being too mad.
Green flag in the air. Back underway.
Oh boy.
Red.
Steph making a move to the inside already, and he's to the lead.
Red was way sideways there going into turn one, lost a spot or two. Steph took the opportunity. He gets up the inside, back to the lead. Chris still right on his back bumper. Rides it up the inside through 3 and 4.
He's barely clear.
Spinning behind is Speedy.
Keeps it off the wall, though.
Speedy almost got lobotomized.
That would have been very unfortunate. Steph being a little bit a gap between himself and Chris. He's got to hide before Chris sees an opportunity to try to pass him. And he nearly had the opportunity right there, and Chris got real sideways.
I think he got stuck on the transition between the racetrack and the grass there too, and that kept him sideways and lost us that little bit of time. So Steph in the lead. Chris not too terribly far behind. The battle is for third. Jellin and Red a little bit close together for that P3 spot. Cap not far out of it. He's 5th, your final top 5 car.
Aren't in there. Didn't really gain much time. Steph continues to lead the way.
15 laps to go in Motegi. Chris trying to run Steph down. These two are just light years in front of the field once again. They have been all night. Question is, which one of them are going to come out on top?
These things look like dirt cars when they enter a corner. Just sweep.
It's that that turn method, getting on the brake and kicking the rear end out.
This is how it be. Chris gained a little bit on Steph past couple of corners here.
Red to third, past Jellin. Battle now for 4th place behind him.
That's a
Cap
soft
and
collection
Addicted.
of cars.
Jellin gets into the outside wall.
Pick it
Cap
up the
moves through.
inside. He's going to get by this 89 now fan, putting some pressure on this damaged 89 machine.
Chris
Oh,
with
suddenly gets into Addicted.
Dump him.
Around he goes. He gets it back straight.
Addicted going for a little bit of a spin. He drops a couple of places. Now battle for 4th. Red and Cap close together for actually the 3rd position now. Get a long way behind the top 2. We saw in the conclusion of stage 2, the top 2 got into each other, brought the rest of the field back together, and it was Speedy who capitalized to win stage 2. These two have gotten into each other a couple times battling for this lead. It has been a hard-fought battle between them. Again, they are just by miles the fastest 2 cars on this track.
Chris, again, so good in those little, I guess you could call it S's type corners. They're long sweeping corners. Into the hairpin. There you go.
Here he comes, taking a look. Can't quite get there just yet. Steph, beautiful
Ow.
exit to pull back away. Red contacts with him. He goes around. Him and Cap drop back into the midfield. Oh, Parker.
Oh,
Merged
and
into
Derek
Junior.
around goes fanned into the wall. It's
Goodness. Fan trying to get up the inside of Cap. Couldn't quite do it. So now Speedy is in 3rd. The top 2 are even further in front of the rest of the field. It is 8 seconds almost between our leaders and then Speedy in 3rd.
they're gonna need some help. And a lot of it.
Lot can happen in 13 laps. Chris just trying to find a way back to Steph's back bumper. It wasn't a great last run through for the 25. Lost a little bit of time here and there. This is the best part of the racetrack for him in 7 and 8. He's just so good through the S's there. Gains all that time back, but not great out of turn 9. Didn't get back on the throttle the way he would have liked, and Steph pulls right back away from him. Addicted and Cap for 4th. Red in the picture as well. Cap goes up the inside of his teammate. Little bit of contact to the door, but he's through. heated battle between these two. Red still in the picture, puts a little bit of a bumper to Addicted, and he spins off the curb!
Did not see that coming.
Haven't seen a spin like that really at all today. So now these two Oceanic cars, the 14 and 23, clear the rest of the field just a little bit and a ways up to Speedy in the third spot. He's having himself a great points day so far.
Close out and finish the deal.
Steph has started to pull away quite a considerable amount.
Oh, Silence in the wall, and he's DNF'd.
Oh, and Jelen is out of it, and there is the caution the rest of the field was looking for.
He was trying to set up for the corner. Just got into the wall there and rips the left side of the car. That is gone. Battle for third. Oh, Steph's gone around. Oh, damn.
Oh, and Steph loses the lead coming back to the caution flag, and Chris moves back in front of him.
We're third. Speedy underneath Cap. Side by side. I believe Cap's going to get the better out of this one.
Oh, Speedy cutting it so close, trying to get there, but it's not going to happen. He stays in P4, Cap third, Addicted rounds out the top 5. All right. Maybe 10 to go. Jesus.
He perform when there's money right in front of him.
All right.
My fellow Americans.
10 laps to go in the race here in Motegi. Chris is going to lead it to the restart. Green flag. Oh, Steph gets tapped. Cap, as a result of the stack up behind Steph, he goes sideways. Speedy gets spun around. He's into the inside wall. Oh, Red spins. Everybody else gets it. Sort of the top two breakaway again. It's Chris versus Steph. This time the 25 has the lead.
I think Steph's just been a little bit better than this 25, at least on that last run. We'll see if Chris answers the call and can try to hold off the 67 for 10 more laps.
Yeah, it was an inverse of what we saw in stage 2, where Chris was the one that was just a little bit faster. Here comes Steph up the inside, tried to get there in turn 8, couldn't quite hang it there, but Chris gets a little sideways into the hairpin of 9. Steph's up the inside, he is clear. Chris gets sideways off the grass. Steph retakes the lead.
Well, I was kind of worried about this 25. He's got to keep in touch.
Oh, Addicted's off the road.
Oh, and the
Red!
I believe, is DNF'd.
He's out of the race. Caution's out That's your points leader.
Wow, that's crazy. Stuff got real squirrely on the final corner. As the leaders have now swapped hands once again.
See if we can see what happened to Red there. I think I was looking away at that moment.
Speedy was a POV, but at least it looked to me he got hit into the wall by somebody. At least that's what my context clues can only tell me, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little in back of the shot blurry on my stream, so I do not know exactly what happened there. So Red takes an exit in P9.
Red's still on the call. Red, would you like a harmonica to signal the end of your race? I didn't do one for Gel, but you know. Lil Yachty. It might be. Sure. Okay, hold on. Let's I'm putting something down.
Alright. 8 to go. Stage 3 coming to a close as we get set to finish this race. Steph now leads it. It's Chris second. Here we go. That was a tight restart. I think Steph was legal on that start there. Breaks away from the rest of the field just a little bit. Cap side by side with his teammate. Chris clears in. Keep an eye on the field for me while I check this restart.
Will do. Cap's been real close. Close to the top two than anyone's really had in the past couple of restarts. Gonna get kind of scored by Speedy just a little bit. Not really anyone's fault.
Yeah, that's legal.
They'll keep it side by side. Entering this corner, Caps getting into 25. Straight lines it. Parker's in the wall. He's DNF'd.
And now Parker's out of the race. The just chaos bowl here in Motegi continues. Another DNF.
Speedy got real wide into the corner, nearly hit the wall. Is in second at the moment. Chris trying to fight back. He's into the 99. Oh my gosh. It's going to be most likely, barring anything crazy happening, to be Steph and Speedy on the front row. Or I guess not really the front row, but the top two.
Man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that collision there with Cap and and Parker. Kind of just pushed him into the death wall. Wow.
I don't think he really needed to do all that, but you know, I guess, bro. I'm sensing penalty points coming for this 14.
So it's another DNF. Parker, we only saw, I believe, 3, maybe 4 DNFs. I think it was about half of them or so before the third stage, and now suddenly it has been DNF after DNF in this final run. Six to go.
That was the funny back.
What the fuck?
What?
My regular mic sound. So
I could
the funny,
barely
funny
hear
mic
you.
back. Hear me now?
Oh, Jesus. Don't do that.
All right. I guess.
How's it?
How's the what?
That's what.
Distance. Is this too close?
I mean, you just cut out either way, so. Eh. All right. Steph leads it. 6 laps left.
Is this better?
It's about the same.
You sound like a pit road reporter. That's okay.
Green flag. Good start for Speedy. Same with Chris. 3 wide behind him. Addicted fan Cap. Chris goes up the inside of the 99. Oh, Speedy gets into him just a little bit. Steph able to pull away.
These two need to figure out who's going to be second to try to be 7 in order to move forward. Fan up to 3rd after a sappy move on the inside.
Sure, Chris is not happy with dropping down the order. He knows he's got the speed to contend with Steph. Now Speedy's in 2nd. Track limits are a suggestion in turn 7 and 8.
That's just how it's
Little
been all
wide
day.
in 9 for Steph. Speedy really drove it in.
He took a swing at that 67 there.
He knows he's got to get him now. It's going to be 5 to go when we hit the line next. Steph just a little bit
Speedy
sideways.
has the pace.
He has
to
been
catch
quietly fast today. It's the man with the enemies in the lead. Behind him is Speedy. Does he have the run to get back to him and maybe make it a challenge for the win? Chris trying to take over 3rd. Side by side with Fan for that position. He might need a caution to get back into it. He's a long way behind unless Steph makes a mistake from the lead. Oh, he is into it with his teammates.
He's around a hornet's nest right now.
Speedy really carried a lot of speed there in turn 5. Is able to close in just a little bit. Come on, dude. Speedy made a mistake anyway, so he loses a lot of time. Steph's just got to hope this thing goes green, pretty much.
And might be able to contend for 2nd. He is right there.
And Chris is lagging right at the end of it. He's down to last.
Man, that's heartbreaking.
He needs a miracle. Four to go this time for Steph. Okay.
Understandable. Actually proves what you're saying. He's gotten himself a little bit of distance between himself and Fan for 2nd. Trying to work his way back. Fan, big mistake. Gonna keep it off the wall.
That was very nearly the caution.
Attaboy.
He drops down to 5th. Now behind the 2 Oceanic teammates, Cap and Addicted. We've seen crazy things at this racetrack before. There's still a chance for something crazy to happen. Steph made a pretty big mistake there in turn 9 that allowed Speedy to close in. He's still maybe 15 car lengths or so behind Steph. But he ran better in that 2nd sector. I think there's still maybe a chance.
I think he's going to need maybe one more.
Oh, he made a mistake!
One more.
He's into the inside wall and Speedy's got the lead!
I was about to say he needs maybe one more mistake in order for him to get the lead before I even got it out.
3 laps to go. It's on in Motegi. Speedy leads it.
And Steph regathered himself to try to catch this 99. He's got 3 laps to do it. Cap to 3rd, runs real wide there. Unreal scenes we're seeing at Twin Ring Motegi. Speed ran a little wide. Steph closes in once again.
5 car lengths between him.
He goes wide a 2nd time. Here comes the 67.
Steph gets into him!
Oh my gosh.
Speedy's still on
convinced he
the
was going to wall.
inside!
The entire pack's caught up a little bit.
Oh, he turned him!
Tucked!
Oh my goodness! What in the
Cap's a
world?
second!
Cap takes second!
This is unbelievable with 3 laps to go. Cab has a shot to actually come in and swoop and steal this thing.
He's done it at this track before to sweep in when nobody expected it. 2 to go in Motegi, and suddenly 5 of them are under a blanket. Cap gets sideways. Here comes Speedy. He's through.
Bit of a breath for Steph as a little bit more gap to the rest of this pack.
Thing is, if I'm Steph, I do not want Speedy to get back to me here.
I hope this 14 gives this 99 some fits. And he won't.
Speedy's clear into second place. Steph ran a little wide. Oh, Speedy gets over the curb. Steph,
Okay,
what?
I guess, bro.
Cap's still on the back bumper of Speedy.
Oh my gosh, Speedy nearly.
That
lifted up over
99
there.
is using every inch of this racetrack. He might have a chance.
He's gonna get back to him.
Can he get him?
He is gonna get back to him.
Oh, he ran a little wide down at the bottom of the hill.
He was trying real hard.
Steph pulls away just a little bit, but he's still got to think about it. White flag is in the air one more time around.
Steph's gotta be careful not to cut a second time, or else it might be over. Out of his hands, Speedy closed in quite a bit.
He's got to get there to 3 and 4. He gets the turn in. He's closing in. Don't look now. Speedy's got one more shot at it. To 5.
I'm Cap. I am letting these two fight it out. If Speedy gets there, Cap could be in the catbird seat right now.
Speedy almost got the inside wall corrected and thought better of it. 2, 7, and 8. This is the most important part of the lap. Speedy way wide. He cut the racetrack a little bit, lifted to give it back. He gets sideways and through to turn 9. Cap and Speedy side by side for second. Speedy pushes
Holy
Cap.
Polar for 14. Holy cow.
One more chance. Cap
Speedy
drives
gave it his
it
all.
Gave it his all. It's not enough. This time through the final 2 corners. I know he's not going to be happy about it, but the winner is Steph grabs the checkered flag at Motegi.
Oh, he's gonna get hit in the death wall. That was a wild way to end this one. Oh, that boy rage baiting. Oh no. What a drive from Steph. What a drive from Speedy. What a drive from Cap late in the race. Putting himself in position to possibly steal the thing. He comes out with a 3rd place finish. You want to highlight his drive at the very end. Chris, unfortunately, top 2 car all day will have only 6 to show for it.
I'd say let the post-race speak for it. Steph wins it. Controversial here today. Just bring it to the start finish. let me get the camera angle in. There we go. All right. So Steph wins it here in Motegi. It was a wild one all the way through. That is the conclusion, and he grabs the win. Pretty wild one there at the end, but you got it done nonetheless, man. So a win for you and your new team and all that good stuff. So checkered flag here in Motegi.
Yeah, it's a good feeling, you know, win number 1 under the Full Sin name. Just brought a great car today. We were real fast all day. And I made a couple mistakes. I'll be the first to admit it. I'll apologize. I'll own up. But, I mean, if they want to act back, they can. They have every right to. But Speedy just couldn't catch me. I think even if I didn't hit him, I would have won it anyways. That's just my take on it. I know I'm the fastest one here. Everybody else is just fighting for second when I'm showing up.
That's Steph, your winner here in Motegi. Second place, and the driver I'd like to hear from at the end of it is Speedy, who was so close to finally getting that Season 5 win. Wasn't meant to be here today. Sure, you wish you could have done that one just a little bit differently there at the end. Yeah.
Inevitable disappointment. Just a inevitable disappointment. Steph out here just ran me off the racetrack one time, just booted me in 8, and just wrecks me heading into 10, and just like, my bad ain't gonna cut it, man. Like, I'll be frank, I don't win races. I don't win very often. I come here after a garbage past 5 races. I think just like even the smallest chance I have some essence of victory gets stripped away from me, man. And at least the last couple of times you can attribute some of it to me, but what was I supposed to do there? Teleport? I mean, like, my God, man. You just come in here and wreck people. It's not cool at all. Like, good points day, yes, but like it should have been better. It should have been so much better. Should be crossing that line at first, should be celebrating in the team chat, should be standing there on the start finish line doing burnouts with smoke rolling out of the back of the damn car. But no, instead I'm facing the wrong way on pit road, watching X67 does burnouts. Just trying to put something on the damn stat sheets to make this season look like not a total failure, but that's all it will be apparently, because I can't achieve anything better than just disappointment. Even if it's a 5th, even if it's a 4th, 3rd, 2nd, it'll just be disappointment because I always have the pace to win and it never happens.
That is your understandably frustrated second place finisher, Speedy. Third place goes to Cap. He's not here for the interviews. Addicted is not either. And fifth was Fanned, who had a quiet day, but I felt like you had a pretty good car over the course of this one here tonight, but just not quite towards the very top of the table, but still a solid result overall and carried that pace over the course of today's race. Thought you had a pretty impressive one. So walk me through it, man. It was a pretty good race for you today.
Yeah. I was expecting a lot of DNFs, and I got them. I was just kind of trying to just should have gone stage. Okay, I should have gone stage once. Stage 1 got close. I just couldn't get. But stage 2 got stage point. I was like mid H. And then what happened after that? I just got up there. I got up there, could run up there with it. Hello? Hello? Hello?
You good?
It says, okay.
You're good. I can hear you.
Anyway. Okay, this book keeps saying. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to survive. I was expecting kind of a season 2, part 2, whatever season that crazy finish happened. Expecting that. That's why I was kind of laying back. Yeah, they're gonna fucking Speedy, you know, trying to get on stuff. I was expecting a wreck. I really was. I'm pretty sure he tried, I reckon, as far as I know. You know, I had a really quiet race, you know, not really messing around with anybody. I did get addicted. What happened was, and then the hairpin bumped like really bad, got off the racetrack. Then I kind of just hooked it to the right, finished the corner, and then I think Red got into me. That's what happened. That's how Red did, which was really unfortunate because I didn't know he was gonna. I just kind of tried to finish the corner. Anyway, yeah, good points day, I guess. I'm just kind of preparing for at this point. I think we have I think next one's the last regular season or something like that. Yeah, good race, I guess. There's not really much else to say. I just ran up there, tried to race everyone. I think I did for the most part. Just like always. P5, take it.
That is your final top 5 finisher, fan. That'll do it for coverage here from Motegi. 1 week left in the regular season before the postseason, coming your way from Bluegrass next time for the General Motors 100. I've been your host, Ken Wright. It's been a pleasure to have you along, as always. We'll see you next time. Have yourself a good one.
It is time.